right, so move my coat out of the way. The camera lens. All right, I did what any sane person would do if their job takes them to Antarctica and you have to go through New Zealand. You stay for 2 weeks and you fish New Zealand. Flipped over this first rock. Got a couple, you know, pretty big. Those might even be small stoneflies. There's some caddis. Ooh, big ol' larva caddis guy there. So, I mean, looks like we'll go stonefly to something. I don't know what I'm gonna put on top. Might put chubby on, just who knows, right? Why not? But we're gonna go up this little stream and see what happens. First day of the trip, we're gonna go up the stream and then we're gonna camp at a lake. So we'll fish that lake a little bit too. But I'm gonna go upstream a little ways and just put a little bit of distance between me and the parking lot and then start fishing. Oh, dang it, that's a big rainbow. Oh, and he tried to eat the chubby. Oh, that was sick. I'm definitely spooked him now. Oh, that's like a 20-inch rainbow. Dang it. He freaking mouthed up for that. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, even New Zealand trout love pink chubbies. Shoot, I might have pulled that out of his mouth. This is pretty cool. This, whatever this rock is, just getting washed out of the hillside. It's pretty stunning. All right, well, it's probably the end of the river for today. We'll maybe film some at the lake. If we do and we catch something, we'll throw it in on the back end of this day just to document it. But not a bad day. Gorgeous out. I mean, a little wind, it keeps the bugs down. It's good because sand flies here were pretty nasty last time I was out here. Different time of year though, we're a little earlier, a little colder. Still can't beat the scenery. Well, we'll see if we get anything at the lake. Okay, day 2. Didn't get anything at the lake yesterday. Didn't fish very long. Wind came up. It was raining pretty hard, so we just sat in the van and read. But guy I was fishing next to said I should need to come over here and check this lake out, just down the road a little bit from where I was, and supposed to have some monsters in here. So I'm going to start with streamer to leech, which is what I was doing last night. And then maybe switch to a nymph rig if that's not working, but only got a few hours and then I gotta go pick up and at the airport. So we're gonna see what we can do. Pretty windy, but not bad out right now. And we're gonna have some fun. Well, sweet view. Got a little rainbow coming up over there, over the mountains. That's awesome. So far, nothing with the streamer. We're gonna fish it for about an hour and then we'll tie in some nymphs, but that's beautiful. We're walking into a section of river, but I mean, you just pick a river wash and walk up it in New Zealand and you pretty much have access. And that's what we're doing. We're going up a track that just follows up the river all the way up the valley, and then we'll fish once we get to it. But it's pretty stunning. Hard to beat coming out here, especially when work pays the flight. So, see how it goes. Yes! Oh no! Shoot! Second touch with the enemy. Okay, back on the water again. This time we're on a lake. Looks like this. It's pretty sweet. Can't beat scenery like that. We'll see if we can find any fish. Right now the shore is really shallow. We're gonna go fish a river later, but we're gonna just walk out until we can find some, maybe a drop off, and then throw the nymphs off the drop off and see if we can't run into something. So we'll see what happens. All right, we jumped in to the river now, and we're gonna go up the river for a little bit, see what we can do. If this doesn't pan out, we'll go downstream. We'll fish some on the river downstream, but gonna give it a shot today. So far, we've hooked into 2 fish, and I had 1 look on a chubby. So hopefully today we can break the skunk and get something all the way to the net. One of the ones I had yesterday I would have caught if I was just not messing with the GoPro, but tried to turn it on and lost the fish. So we'll see what we can do today. Okay, new river, a little smaller. A little more looks to be my style. We'll see if these little smaller pocket water actually holds fish or if it's all just deep pools. But I might tie hopper dropper on here for a bit, start hopper dropper, and see if I can get something on that setup before I tie on a nymph rig. So see what happens. Haven't put one in my hand yet on the trip. I've had 3 or 4 bites, but haven't yet put one in the net. So looking for the first of the trip, but absolutely gorgeous day, cool canyon. Can't beat it. Keep going. All right, down this rope. That's the worst part, Anna. That's the only bad part. Yeah, you're good. All right, another river, different day. I fished a few holes. I didn't put my wading boots on, so we're gonna go just until we get cliffed and then call it a day probably. But I've had 2 bites, 4 looks, and I haven't put anything in the net yet. So we're gonna keep trying. Maybe we break that streak today. All right, another morning. Probably one of the last few mornings I've got here before we, I think we have maybe 1 or 2 more days in the mountains. And then we gotta head to the airport and get home. It'll be the first time in a month since having to go to Antarctica for work and then hanging out in New Zealand on the way back. So it's been a pretty epic trip. Pretty cool stuff. Fishing's been hard. I've caught 1 off camera, and I've had maybe 5 bites in a bunch of rivers. Got the side fish to 1, had 1 try to eat a chubby. Other than that, just, yeah, and the smaller fish density and just picking random rivers for a couple hours. Tough, so I'm gonna keep fishing, see if we can get maybe 1 more before the trip ends. Got one on. We'll see if we can land him. He's way downstream right now. Start walking down that way. Got him into the slower water, which is good. Just had to walk further than I thought I would and cross a river that very few people cross, I would imagine. And we might have one in the net after days and days of trying. We're not going to jinx it, but he's trying to put me under some rocks there. Let him tire himself out. Hey, yo, that's a nice brownie. What'd you eat, buddy? Heck yeah. I'll never know what you ate, but it's a nice brown. First one in the net on the trip. That's a little, you know, 16, 17 toward the end of the net fish. See you, brother. Nice. Oh, I was worried we were gonna get skunked on the trip. I mean, very first day, first river, I got a chubby, almost got a chubby eat, and then the chubby didn't go through. He like came up for it, mouthed it, and then it got into some fast water and he didn't eat it. But pretty nice to get that one off my back. I've had two others, one I lost. Just didn't want to get skunked on camera. I mean, we had one that we lost the battery, or caught, but the batteries were dead. So just nice to get one in the net on the camera. Oh, that's sweet. All right, we'll keep going. That's a good sign. I got 2 bites through there. That probably might have been the same fish, but we'll keep going. Yeah, baby. The rubber legs, okay. Once he calms down here, I think all my flies are out of his mouth. I mean, to be fair, they're in a... Look at that. That's not going to be fun. We're going to sit down and untangle that. You definitely won there, fish. Another end of the netter. Nice fish. Another nice brownie. Oh, he did a number. Look at that. That's probably a full retie. We'll see if we can untangle that. Nice. Little skinny brown guy. There he is. Pats. Gotta love the pats. All right, I'm gonna shoot the outro here. What a fun morning. Caught 3. 2 more other bites. That was really quite cool. Here comes duck with some babies. Really just super scenic. This whole trip has been super scenic. While the fishing wasn't easy, it hasn't been easy any time I've been in New Zealand. So with the fish density being smaller, a lot of those bigger rivers are super braided and there's a lot of room to walk between big holes, and some of those are deep, and it's just, it can be difficult. But part of it for me was, you know, trying to do it yourself, not just hire a guide and go out and do it. To me, that's kind of part of the fun. I like going out with guides too, but some of it's just doing it yourself, figuring it out the river. I mean, this river is my style all day long. This is pocket water. It's a little bigger. One of the hardest rivers to wade I've been in a long time. Probably in the top 5 for difficulty to wade, just with how much slick stuff there is, and the rocks are big and round, and but worth it. I mean, cross the river at a couple spots. It's crossable with this flow, but I doubt a lot of people get over there. And that's where I caught the fish. I mean, I didn't fish on this side. We'll fish on this side a little bit on the way up back to the car. We'll see if maybe we can get luck into 1 or 2 more, but for now we're gonna shoot this and call it a great trip. I'll probably shoot a whole bunch of the intros in this video showing all the different places, because some of the canyons and the places we ended up are just stunningly gorgeous. The country's beautiful. It's really hard to really put it into words. Plus the conservation DOC down here has got so many paths and accesses to the river, and it's quite a cool place. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.